So I want to discuss being triggered by like anger and shame and just low level vibrations on this path, because I hear like a lot of people tell me like they're in like a nothing. They don't even really want to be here in this fucking broken ass world. They don't really want to fight for it though. And so I was asking Spirit about that, because I mean, trust when I know I say like I've had enough of the human life, right, and of the broken 3D matrix for sure. But thankfully, Spirit has shown me that on the other side, things are going to be much better. So they're telling me about, like the Earth cycles. So 26,000 year cycles on this planet, right? We recently closed the Piscean age and we are now in the age of Aquarius. And when those huge, huge cycles shift, right, there's a lot of energies that need to be integrated in order for humanity to continue on this spiral of evolution. And that's why, Atlantis, Lemuria, all that stuff comes up, 101. It doesn't matter if you're interested in it, if you know about it, if you get memories, it's still going to come up as you awaken. And a lot of it comes up as fear, anger. There's a lot of anger, beautiful souls, in humans that a lot of people don't necessarily know even where it's coming from, right? But let's just say you have anger at the government. That's a fun one. Common. 1, 2, 3, right? So the government, right? We feel, right, that it's just like this group of people who are just controlling us. How can they just control us, right? They, as it has developed throughout the Piscean age, are patriarchal. Now, if you came into consciousness in Lemuria was a very goddess-like, right brain, intuitive, loving, dancing, flowing, artistic, ocean loving, whale, dolphin loving civilization. And in that crossover into Atlantis, it became much more masculine, much more ego mind based. Because as soon as you have that ego, 212 predominance in a society, they will be controlling. And as it developed, it got more and more 222 controlling. In fact, right? None of it was, essentially good or bad. It's just humanity really trying to find a way to exist on this planet, right? And when the Atlanteans really kicked in with their control agenda, it really was actually intentionally for a good reason. And it was because as the society started to grow bigger and bigger, right, and they spread further and further away, the original priests and priestesses, the original leaders who had as their absolute priority the spiritual evolution of their society, wanted to put things in place to control 303, the people that were going further away, because it was obvious that if they had no control over those people, that they could go away from the spiritual path. And a lot of anger that comes up at this time, I feel like, is about being controlled. And a lot of us have authority issues, or, one of mine that doesn't really happen anymore, but well, I mean, I'm still being attacked all the time, but okay, so the one that I actually do get in trouble with, walking where I'm not supposed to walk. I got banned from a bus 2 months ago because I walked in a vehicle only place. There were no vehicles and it was safe and nothing happened, and I was doing it because I wasn't able to physically make it all the way around. I was savagely screamed at by an employee at the Vancouver Pacific Central train station and banned from e-bus for it. Just hilarious. Authority, just coming and finding me and literally destroying me for something that's so innocent. I literally just walked and nothing was hurt, nothing, I was so just, this comes out in like so many different ways though, right? That's just a silly example, but a lot of that anger and, that idea of wanting to just be gone from this shit, it really is all stuff that we have to actually deal with, right? All of these uncomfortable feelings within us, whether it's, insecurity, inability to use your voice, feel of being controlled, to be controlling, it doesn't really matter what it is, right? We all have these shadow parts of us, and they're definitely not serving us, right? And we know that. And, a lot of times anger can serve you, right? Because it's the way that you get to speak up for yourself. And sometimes anger is appropriate because it's how we learn to make our boundaries, right? And we all know that that's, not always easy in this fucking world. And we learn that, right, since small child. As soon as, somebody tells us no, we freak out. But it doesn't surprise me, right, that anger is so relevant right now in the collective. And I'm pretty sure it's because of the information that Spirit just channeled through. Of course, not for everyone, but on a collective level, it really is. And unfortunately, that leads some people to be like suicidal. It's really sad. Or some people are just like so numb. Some people are just so pessimistic. It's handled in different ways. But nobody is on this earth right now that didn't choose to incarnate here. So whether you understand how your soul works or not, this seems like the most oppressive and horrible time on this earth. We're actually cresting the most beautiful, abundant, and flourishing time that this earth has ever seen, beautiful souls. So just deal with your anger and let it out to the people that need to hear it. Legit. Considering I was attacked by my mother, and I wasn't even angry at her, but just, continuously holding my boundaries now, I do not regret her attacking me because it was the final nail in a coffin that I knew I should have closed a long time ago. And so I'm really, really grateful for my path moving forward, right? And leaving their toxic shit behind. But don't be afraid of the pushback of you standing up for yourself and you expressing your anger, being heard, because the message that they really want to tell you, beautiful souls, is be heard, be loud, roar at those motherfuckers, and then walk away unfazed because you know how great you are. I love you guys. Thank you so much for all the support too. And again, for those with the personals, I promise we will get to that ASAP. I was going to push, and Spirit said, what the fuck are you doing? As it is, they tell me they're trying to align me some physical help, which is lovely. I never usually even really wanted or needed it, but I do now. And so they say just to rest here tonight, and I'm heading back tomorrow. I got to go into the hospital again. Hopefully they'll actually be able to fucking help me this time, but either way, I know that I'm going to be alright, and I know that all you beautiful souls are going to be great too. Thank you guys so much for being here. I can't even actually explain because I do not want to start crying right now. The amount of real love and support that I felt from you guys. It's one of the things that my bitch mother tried to bring up, what? All these fucking people on YouTube, she's like, that you just don't. I'm like, well, feel more love than I ever felt with you, bitch. Didn't they say that? But that's true. And so thank you guys, legit. I'm so fucking happy that we're all here co-creating together. Love you.